Then he created Eve with this preface, and this is the statement I want you to hear. He said, "It is not good for man to be alone." And we need to understand that as we're looking at this idea of showing up. It is not good for man to be alone. We're all made in the image of God. And actually, to speak badly of yourself is to disrespect the image of God. Did you know that? I always say that when I married Abby, I made two promises. I promised to love her with all of my heart and cherish her and all of that, and we had a bae, and that's another story. I'll get into that another day. But the other thing I did was I promised to protect her. And when I promised to protect her, what I was thinking about in my head was thugs in the street who wanted to mug us, or, those kind of situations where I would stand up as the chivalrous knight in shining armor and valiantly defend her and all of that kind of stuff, and, pull on my extensive history of MMA and cage fighting and all that kind of stuff. And in my head, when I promised to protect her, I was thinking about outside sources. But actually, do you know the two people I spend most of my time protecting my wife from is myself and herself? Because the two people that seem to hurt her the most are me and herself. Some of the things she says about herself sometimes, I've challenged her in the past. I'm like, if anyone else said that about you, they would get the fivefold ministry. Don't speak. I actually said to her, don't speak about my wife like that. She's like, but don't speak about my wife like that, genuinely. And we need to understand that the first key to showing up is understanding that we have something of worth to bring. We're made in the image of God. When the devil said to Eve, if you eat that, God doesn't want you to eat that because you'll become like him if you eat that. That was a lie. She was already like him. She was made in God's image. And so to understand that we have something of worth and value is to understand that we're honoring the image of God. When we honor someone, we honor that which of God we see in them. And that's part of the first step in showing up is understanding I have something of value to bring. Why? Because if you don't think that you have something of value to bring, you ain't going to show up.